Hello and welcome back to Dial H for Heroclix. I'm your host, Calderness. Today we have a very special preview. Thanks to WizKids for sending this to us. I am joined with Matt Reed and Spencer White, and we're going to be previewing our Captain America Legacy card that we won at Heroclix for Huntington's in 2023 for Fellowship. Matt, how's it going, man?
I'm going good. Gosh, 2023 seems so long ago.
Right?
I don't know. I actually was thinking it was this year, but yeah, it's been
a minute.
time.
It's been a minute. Spencer, how's it going, man?
It's going great.
So
yeah, it does. It feels like it was yesterday.
It took
and it's been.
It took a minute for our legacy card to come out. I know we got to see, like Scott mentioned it earlier this year, and then we had to do a lot of waiting. But there were obviously a lot of, now that people kind of know, there were a lot of like sets that didn't have legacy cards or sets that like Captain America wouldn't have fit in to be a legacy card, which is kind of why it took so long for him to like properly come out and everything. But guys, so we won Fellowship by playing in 3v3 team sealed, and we were like doing really well too. Like we were actually like, we had a chance. There were balloons, there were anchors, you know, it was a memorable day. It was awesome.
Do we need to go over the wins and losses of
No, let's not go over the wins and losses. I'm okay. I'm okay. Should we go over team composition and who wanted to put Mystique on his team versus Death Metal Wonder Woman? Do you want to talk about that?
The same.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, Revival's the same thing as a, you know.
It's so not.
You know.
It's so not. But let's talk about some of the characters we were going to do for a legacy card, that we were going to choose for a legacy card before we get into Captain America. So, like, Matt, I know you were just like, hey, man, I haven't been playing for all that long. Just do whatever. Right?
Yeah. Like I said, I was pretty new, so anything past Earth X, I wouldn't have known anything about what it was. It was kind of I was wishy-washy. I know I kind of, you know, my picks was always going to be like a Hulk or Deadpool. But I was kind of leaning on everybody else to kind of know what things that some other people might like, you know, that might be from the way back past. So, of course, this figure is not too far back, I guess. I don't know how far back this is from
2017, so about 2 years before Earth X.
Yeah. What if?
Yeah. So not too far back, but still it worked for kind of what we all wanted to do.
Right. And that was kind of to try to represent ourselves. Like, not everybody gets to just make themselves as a bystander. We didn't get that choice. But we kind of wanted to, like, represent ourselves in Heroclix, which is, I know, like, Spencer, do you want to talk about some of our first ideas for, like, bystander ideas and stuff?
So I think really early on, it emerged that all of us were really accepting and willing to work with each other. But we all kind of had this idea of what the three of us had in common, and a theme that kept coming up a lot was this patriotism idea. And so we talked a lot about what figures that, even a lot of not Captain America's, like one that really early on emerged was Lex Luthor behind the podium. And we went over probably 3 or 4 different, we talked about like a Spider-Man. There's an issue where Spider-Man visits the site of 9/11. We talked about Lex. We talked about several things where we could try and represent us as patriotically as possible by presenting it in a new figure. And then the other idea was bystanders, obviously.
Yeah. I really liked so what did it kind of come? I feel like it came down to like Captain Iron America or this Captain America. At one point, I believe it did.
Oh, yeah.
And we were all like, you know, because we wanted to do like the American Patriot thing, and that's where like we came up with like the Spider-Man bystander, because like that's kind of when Captain Iron America came out. I know I liked the idea when it was President Lex Luthor, where like we were trying to find like a strong man or something for Matt, or a brat, generic people, like a cowboy.
Americans.
Yeah.
We were pretty much just trying to get our faces on tokens is all it was.
Is what we were trying to do. We were trying so hard. And then
I actually like the other idea you had that they nixed real quick. I would have loved us to have zombies.
Oh man, that was shot down so fast. Like, I want to say shout out Brian Galley for listening to us for like way too long. We were on such a long call with Brian.
Great.
It was awesome. But yeah, I was like, could we do Zombie Galactus and use
and like make Zombie Hulk and Zombie this and that? And
nope. Just shot down instantly.
It was not even a thought. He's like, there's no way we'll ever do that.
No. Oh man. So if any listener was like wanted that, if any viewer wanted that, I'm sorry, I tried. I also I did mention to Matt because he said Deadpool right away. I was like, honestly, people would love if we did Web of Spider-Man Deadpool.
Was that the Great Lakes Avenger one?
Or that's the Great Lakes Avengers Deadpool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's go ahead. Let's pull up Captain America. Let's talk about him. Spencer, do you want to do the honors and talk about his first trait, his whole thing that we wanted to do, and then talk about like the bystanders and stuff?
Yeah. So this is the big one. We know Heroclix players love their flavor text. It is back and in full force. So this one is going to start with on your left. Free once per game. If an opponent's force has more characters than yours, generate all the bystanders on this card. And he has four bystanders.
It's so sick.
A Falcon, a Hulk, a Spider-Man, and a Doctor Strange.
And you're almost getting every support power except for Outwit.
And it's so I guess I should preface in saying Captain America won out. Say whatever you want to, viewer, but everybody's happy. I promise, everybody's happy. And then I was like, I really want him to be Endgame Captain America because we never got an Endgame set. So yeah, just like what Spencer said, all of the flavor text, everything this Cap does is very, very Endgame inspired. And same thing with on your left, it's like he brings back the people that were dusted for the most part. Falcon, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and then we really wanted Hulk in there for Matt, even though they were but Hulk didn't come back.
When he did on your left, he did jump out of the rubble. I mean, he wasn't there until he said that line. So, I mean, technically, what's coming out of a portal or coming,
Same difference?
Out of the ground. I mean, what's the difference?
So I think we talked about for you, Spencer, we wanted to represent Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. Those were definitely who we wanted.
Yeah, I love Doctor Strange. Big Doctor Strange fan. I love his power set. And to me, when I think of Endgame, Peter Parker's arc and his relationship with Tony Stark is central to that film. And so those were immediately two characters that I were like, if we're going to do something based on that film, this Cap has to involve those characters.
So, Matt, do you want to talk about his next trait?
Okay, yep. And I think I like this one.
Do we need to go over what the bystanders do?
Oh, we totally can. Yeah, we totally can. Absolutely.
Go for that first. Yeah,
so I'll talk about Falcon really quick because that's that's the Captain America-esque one. But a running shot, precision strike, willpower with enhancement. He's an 8-10, 17-2. He has flight, he has 4 range, 1 target, and he is an Avenger. He's at the Avengers TA. So just having running shot and enhancement, really awesome. The fact that he's also just a precision strike is really huge. And then of course, if you're choosing the right target, he's an 11 attack.
Yep.
Matt, your guy.
Charging for 3, got 6 movement. We got super strength, 12 attack if you pick the right target with the Avengers TA. 18 impervious and 3 battle fury, a giant size. So you're gonna get that willpower roll most likely. I was actually talking about it in modern. He's one of 2 Hulks that are giant size, and he's a pog. Let's go.
All right, and the last 2 we've got also both of Avengers. Hint, and all 4 pogs have Avengers TA. Spider-Man has got 3 bolts with a 3 range. He's a leap climbing, in capping, 10 for 2 with perplex and his usual super senses. Good old Spider-Man, webbing him up and helping his friends. And Doctor Strange is also a 10 for 2. He's going to Psy Blast, be a prob. He's got ESD and a sidestep with a 4 range, just like Falcon.
I really dig it. And like what you said, Matt, all sorts of good support powers. Falcon is giving enhancement to buff Doctor Strange or Spider-Man if he wants to make a ranged combat attack. Doctor Strange is bringing prob. Yeah, making Cap a 5. It rocks.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man can help out with his perplex, and then if he's already within range, he can just triple in cap people, which kind of rocks. And you can make himself a 12, and then just triple in cap a team, which is really cool for a bystander to do.
I like generating stuff. I mean, I've been generating a whole bunch of things with Master Mold, so this is cool to be able to just move this cap into the starting area and generate 4 people in your face.
Yeah, and it is just
Yeah.
free to do if you're outnumbered. Cap is 75 points, and then just has like straight up 10 speed, so he just gets to march almost all
I
the way
mean, I know
across
how
the
you
map.
feel about drop off teams.
I
This
love
is
it.
gonna be on every
Oh
drop-off
yeah,
team.
I know, right? This rules.
I'm a fan.
Yeah,
Calder,
so-
you played a drop off team.
That is true.
That weekend, right?
That is what I
All
played was that
Rangers.
weekend. It was all like bystander makers and free attackers. Yeah, so right up my alley.
I guess the next trait now that we got through that is I knew it. So I mean, this is one of my favorite lines is whenever you see Thor get excited because all of a sudden you see Captain America pick up the Mjolnir and throw it, and knew that he was worthy after he attempted to pick it up on whenever they were having that social event at Tony's.
Yeah,
So he's saying that pretty much that he knew all along that he was able to do it. He was just not wanting to show off. So pretty cool. But the trait is energy explosion, energy shield deflection, and free make an attack. So I mean, not only can you just drop this guy off and make all your pogs, then he can just make a free ranged attack. That's how he's going to be able to get a 5 damage attack off. I mean, he pretty much has full map reach by himself by just moving up 10. He's got 10 running shot. It may say charge on there, but it's a running shot. I mean,
yeah,
I don't care what you say.
yeah.
As long as you meet the requirements to having there's easy ways to putting some big guys on your team to say that, you have more characters than me.
Right. I do love that if he survives past that first turn, then because he has improved targeting, shoot out of adjacency, he can charge up, hit somebody, and then also just free range attack
And then
out of
also-
adjacency as well,
Yep.
which is really cool. And of course,
we were-
ignoring elevated.
We were trying to get some kooky ideas in there. I kept bringing up the crazy idea of him being able to switch weapons with Thor.
Right.
Almost kind of like what they were trying to do. It's like, oh no, you take the little one, I think is what we were trying to get.
Yeah.
So it'd be like a Mjolnir or something swap, whatever a Thor Cap could switch. I just thought that'd be kind of cool. But this is, I honestly think this is better. I mean, free attack, you can't complain about.
Yeah. I never will. And then his last ability is a special damage power for his first 2 clicks, and that's Avengers! Assemble. Leadership.
Classic.
Friendly characters with Avengers team ability modified their defense +1 for each friendly character with Avengers team ability adjacent to them. So now when he spawns all these guys, they just all get like +4 to their defense, basically, which kind of rules. So even though Captain America is like only a 17 top dial, or a lot of these guys are 17s, besides Hulk, he's an 18. Now they just all naturally give each other. So to stay clumped up, and there's pulse waves and quake, energy explosion, but whatever. But like if they stay clumped up, they will all get a +1 defense for having Avengers. And this is just good for all Avengers on your team as well, which is really huge. So this one is very much the rallying cry leadership, give a bonus to everybody, which I think is pretty cool.
Which is assuming you don't already have Avengers on your team that's already giving you +1s.
Right. So
It's all Avengers TAs. So, and of course, I'm looking over here right now just because I was curious. Flash Raptor, of course, has the pass keyword, so he's bumping Cap's defense up as well just by being the same keyword.
Gnarly.
So Cap is not going to be a slouch. I mean, I think, like you said, he's got defenders. I was talking about that. You're replacing it. I saw some for 18 that's really cheap that you can put on your team. So he could be a 21 very easy. I mean, just by popping all the pogs out, he's a 21 if you replace it to an 18. So ain't bad.
Yeah.
Ain't bad at
And
all.
you've got a prob, another perplex to maybe hit down an attack. And
I mean, heck, he's got
It'll be
ESD, so at
real
range,
hard
no
to
matter
hit.
what, you're going to get to a 20,
True.
a 20 at least.
Yeah.
So at range. So he's not going to be a slouch.
Yeah, viewer, that is Captain America. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. And also, I will be giving away to one lucky commenter here in the video. I'll be giving away one of these Captain Americas, no legacy card included, just a figure. But comment below what you like about this Captain America, what you're excited about for the Collector's Trove set in general, and make sure you, of course, vote in the Clixies. Also, a link to that in the description below where you can win all sorts of really cool prizes for our end of the year award show. But again, comment below, make sure you're subscribed, like this video, and you can win yourself a 036 rare What If Captain America. Guys, anything else you want to say to everybody before we log off? Anything else we want to talk about as far as like Captain America goes, or anything else?
See, I want to see your team build with them. I'm curious what you're gonna make.
Ooh, maybe that's what it should be, Matt. Everybody that sends like Matt, Spencer, or I a team build with Captain America, there you go. Then you get entered to win.
I want to see some
Ooh.
ideas. I mean, I'm already thinking 200-point Kong. They're past.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to get.
Yeah.
You got to find who's the big.
Kong's
character
not
to take up
passed
your
though.
point?
Kong's not passed though.
Oh, he's not. I thought he was a
No.
pass giver.
It bothers me so much that he's not passed, actually.
Well, it doesn't matter. Flash Raptor's 200 points. There you go. There's your pass
200-point Flash Raptor, Captain America per
What
Degaton.
are you doing?
Okay, also, it is worth noting, Captain America's a marksman. This rocks, you guys.
Oh,
So
I
he
forgot
gets
about that.
free
You
trick
didn't talk about
arrows. Yeah, we should totally. So Captain America just gets free trick arrows and can make a free range attack. So
Or
he
get
could.
the Mjolnir, right?
Or get Mjolnir, and then
Or
he can.
the new Mjolnir.
So,
Giant Reach 3,
Send us
Quake.
team build. I'd love to hear what other people think. I mean, I don't know. Somebody might have some crazy
Yeah.
thing that they can break with him.
Absolutely. Well, Matt, thank you so much for coming on. Spencer, thanks so much for coming on. It was awesome being a
Yeah.
team, and it was awesome that we finally get to unveil this as a team for the first time for
Yeah.
everybody to see.
It's awesome. But let's do it. Thank you, kids.
It was it was a really special experience, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was very emotional, especially at the time, and even looking back at it, and it was really special.
I'm just
was.
happy that
It
you
really
guys
was.
won the games you needed to win to keep us in the game. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thanks,
When I looked over to my left and he was like, "I didn't make it," and I looked to my right, he said, "I did," and that's when I was like, "That's what I'm talking about right there." Holding down the fort, buddy.
Thank you, Matt. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like always, for all your Heroclix podcasts, unboxings, videos, and more, make sure you dial H. And like always, happy trails.